Sometimes, as a coach, finding fun T-ball practice ideas can be difficult. It's important to remember that at this age, typically 4 to 5-year-olds playing T-ball need to learn the fundamentals. T-ball drills should be the foundation that the player will use later on in their baseball career should they choose to continue playing when they're older. Even though it can be hard to keep a T-ball player's attention due to their age, these drills are critical in the player's development. Learning these important T-ball drills can help the player become the best they can be. Before we start, here's a few items I recommend you pick up. An extra baseball tee. Some soft baseballs. My number 1 recommended glove for T-ball. A couple cones. My recommendations for these will be in the description section below this video. Let's get into some of my top favorite picks for youth T-ball drills to develop youth baseball mechanics. 1. Catch and pass. This is just your standard game of catch. This is one of the most important things that your T-ball player can focus on. It helps the player remove the fear of being hit by the ball. You may notice that she may flinch, move away, or swat at the ball when they're at this age. It's important to help the player learn that they need to get their body in front of the ball. It's a good idea to use a pack of soft rubber baseballs to diminish the chance of injury to these young players. By showing them how to play a simple game of catch, you can help develop the hand-eye coordination needed for T-ball. 2. Base running to first base. If you've ever watched a T-ball game, you know that once the player makes any form of contact with the baseball off of the tee, they flutter and panic, not knowing what they are supposed to do, or which way they are supposed to run. By developing this simple drill to have the players run to first after a swing, they will begin to pick up the habit of running to first on a hit. Have all of your players line up behind home plate with a bat. Have the first player step up to the base and perform a swing. No ball is necessary for this drill. As soon as the batter swings his bat, instruct the T-ball player to drop their bat safely and run to first base as fast as they can. 3. Pickle. This is some of the most fun that players can have doing T-ball drills. This is something that can be fun for the entire team, not only to perform, but it's fun to watch. It's almost like a little mini-game that is within baseball. To play pickle, pretend like a runner is caught in the middle of the steal between 2 bases. Have the coaches stand behind each player at the bases to make sure that everything is running smoothly. 4. Basic batting practice. Take a small group of the players while other group of players are doing something else to prevent boredom. Take the current half to start doing standard batting practice. This T-ball drill is one of the most important items on this list, and it should be in your arsenal of T-ball drills for practice. It's important to teach each player proper T-ball swinging mechanics and batting techniques so that they are granted a good foundation for the rest of their baseball career. Have each player take 5 to 10 swings off the tee and help them learn the proper motions to hit a ball properly. While one of the players is taking their swings from the tee, try to have one of the dads or assistant coaches show all the other players waiting how to swing properly on deck. 5. Infield ground ball drills for T-ball. These drills should all be fairly simple, and this one can be done from any spot on field. Have all of the players line up to receive the ground balls about 25 feet away from the coach. The coach should then roll the balls 8 to 7 feet away from the player at a decent pace to their left or right. It has been commonly regarded that at this age, the coach should not randomly throw the ball left or right of the player. Research has shown that players of this age do well with repeated muscle memory. Focus on one side for this portion of practice. Next practice, you can attempt to roll the ball to the opposite side of the player. Once the player has fielded the ground ball, have them toss the ball back to the assistant coach. This drill should be repeated for approximately 9 to 12 minutes. 6. Large target tee hitting. This is a great T-ball drill for practice because it helps the players make contact with any object on the tee. It can be difficult for players of this age to muster up enough strength to hit a basketball off of a batting tee, so I recommend getting this pack of soft, large balls to practice with. T-ball hitting drill. Have the player line up just as they would with a regular hitting drill, but this time, have them focus on the large ball. This is a great warm-up to do before the actual hitting drill with tee baseballs take place. The repetitive motion of hitting the large ball helps the players gather confidence at the plate. It teaches them to keep the eye on the ball and will gradually teach them to focus on contact. You can have the players take 7 to 8 swings of the ball each before moving on to the next player. Just like in the previous T-ball hitting drill, it's a good idea to have the assistant coach work with the players that are waiting their turn to learn how to practice swinging their bat while they are on deck. 7. Low fly balls. Another T-ball drill that you can do for your youth players' fielding development is having them get used to fielding basic outfield fly balls. Start by having the coach stand back from the players about 30 to 40 feet away. There's no need to be extremely far from these players as they are young, and the higher the ball travels, the more risk there is to sustain injury. As before, I recommend getting a pack of soft rubber baseballs so help mitigate these risks. Teaching T-ball outfield drills to these kids will help them learn how to stop being afraid of a high pop fly. Try to get in as many repetitions as you can within a 12 to 15 minute period. It's a good idea to try to give the players different scenarios of pop flies. Whether it be 10 feet in front of the player, or 10 feet to the left or right of the player. 8. Learning the importance of each base. This one differs from all of the other drills, but it's an important T-ball drill to practice at this age. Take the entire team and walk around to each position. Demonstrate to them the importance that each player has out on the field. This will help each player find their purpose when they are on the field. It will give them a clear goal and will help them understand why they were put in that position. Doing this will lead to a better understanding of the game as a whole. 9. Alligator drill. This drill is great for T-ball ground ball fundamentals. Have each player open up their arms like an alligator in front of their body before the ground ball is rolled to them by the coach. Once the ball reaches their glove, have them clamp down with their other arm like an alligator chomping down on the ball. This will teach them to use 2 hands to secure a ground ball. Performing as many repetitions as possible of this T-ball drill will lead to picking up good habits when on the field. It's common to see on the field a lot of youth players running at the ball and putting their glove on the ground on the side of their body. This alligator drill for T-ball players will teach them to get their body in front of the ball and to use 2 hands to clamp down on the ball so that it doesn't get away from them on a simple grounder. 10. Head hunter. This drill is great for throwing accuracy. Have the players perform the alligator drill above. From there, the players will throw the baseball at a helmet stacked on top of a batting tee. The objective is for the players to attempt to hit this batting helmet off of the tee. This is a great T-ball drill for throwing and it is incredible entertainment for them. Whenever I can get some sort of game going with them, it's a great way to hold their attention. These drills are great for any T-ball practice. There is a million drills out there that you can incorporate into your routine, but this was a few of my favorites. I truly believe that if you can combine a T-ball drill with entertainment and fundamentals together, you can create some really fun practices. 11. Dot drill. This drill focuses on hitting and is great for having players keep their eye on the ball as they follow through with their swing. Take a baseball and draw a red dot on it, about the size of a quarter. Stack the ball on a tee and have the players swing at the baseball while staring at the red dot on it. This will help the players consistently make contact with the baseball because they are making it a priority to hit this ball every single time, right on the dot. Try to give each player around 8 to 10 swings before moving on to the next player. 12. The cone contest. For this fun T-ball hitting drill, you'll need to pick up some colored cones if you don't have some already. I recommend getting these colored cones from Amazon since they're easy to see. This is a great hitting drill that is really fun and the players and coaches can enjoy. Start by putting 4 cones at 4 different locations on the field. First cone, placed in front of the pitcher's mound, 1 point. Second cone, halfway between the pitcher's mound and second base, 2 points. Third cone, at the beginning of the outfield, 3 points. Fourth cone 10 yards past the third cone, 4 points. Let each player on the team get 4 hits, not swings. Then, record their scores based on the point system above. The player with the highest score total wins. This drill can be done solo, or in the team format. I personally enjoy doing it in the team format.